Ronnie Dean Coleman was born on May 13, 1964, in Monroe, Louisiana, to a modest family. Growing up, he was always interested in sports, particularly football, and dreamed of becoming a professional athlete. From a young age, Coleman demonstrated natural strength and athleticism, excelling in high school sports. His passion for football led him to study at Grambling State University, where he played as a linebacker. Despite his dedication to football, his career as an athlete would take an unexpected turn, leading him to a path that would redefine the world of bodybuilding. While at university, Coleman was introduced to bodybuilding by a friend who invited him to a local gym. At first, Ronnie was skeptical, but as soon as he started lifting weights, he found himself drawn to the discipline and intensity of the sport. With little experience and no formal training, Ronnie started his bodybuilding journey. His natural strength and work ethic were evident, and he quickly began making impressive gains in the gym. However, it wasn't until his graduation in 1986 and the conclusion of his football career that Ronnie decided to fully dedicate himself to bodybuilding. In 1989, Coleman earned his first major title, winning the Mr. Texas bodybuilding competition. This victory proved to be the beginning of what would become one of the most successful and storied careers in bodybuilding history. Coleman's massive frame, impeccable symmetry, and unmatched work ethic set him apart from other competitors, quickly gaining him attention within the bodybuilding community. Career peak. The rise to the top. Ronnie Coleman's rise to the top of bodybuilding was nothing short of meteoric. In the early 1990s, he began to make a name for himself on the national stage, earning top finishes in prestigious competitions. However, it was his first victory at the Mr. Olympia competition in 1998 that truly marked the beginning of his dominance in the sport. Winning the most coveted title in bodybuilding, Mr. Olympia, was a major achievement that solidified Ronnie's place among the sport's elite. But it wasn't just a one-off victory. Ronnie Coleman went on to win the Mr. Olympia title for a total of 8 consecutive years from 1998 to 2005, setting a record at the time for the most consecutive victories. During this period, Ronnie's physique reached unprecedented levels of size and conditioning. His massive muscle mass, combined with his incredible strength and symmetry, made him a formidable presence on stage. He earned the nickname "The King" for his dominance in the sport. Coleman's physicality was remarkable, with his muscular frame and jaw-dropping size that had never been seen before in bodybuilding. His upper body, particularly his back, shoulders, and chest, were unparalleled, and his legs, massive, thick, and well-defined, became a signature of his competition physique. Ronnie's bodybuilding success was driven by his intense commitment to training and nutrition. He was known for his grueling, high-intensity workouts, which often included lifting extremely heavy weights for multiple sets and repetitions. His dedication to perfecting his physique led to his reputation as one of the hardest-working bodybuilders in the sport. Coleman's workouts were legendary for their sheer intensity, with some of his most iconic lifts including squats with over 800 pounds and deadlifts over 800 pounds as well. His training philosophy was rooted in pushing the limits of what was physically possible, constantly striving for more. Main achievements and dominance in bodybuilding. Ronnie Coleman's achievements in bodybuilding are unparalleled, and his impact on the sport is undeniable. He is widely considered one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, and his 8 Mr. Olympia titles rank him among the most successful competitors in the history of the competition. His reign as Mr. Olympia from 1998 to 2005 was a period of complete dominance that has yet to be surpassed. His career total of 8 Mr. Olympia victories tied him with the legendary Lee Haney for the most victories in the competition's history, a record that still stands today. Beyond his Mr. Olympia victories, Ronnie Coleman also earned numerous other prestigious titles throughout his career. He won the Arnold Classic, one of the most important bodybuilding competitions, in 2001, further establishing his dominance in the sport. His numerous victories in top-tier bodybuilding contests, along with his success at the highest levels of competition, made him one of the most respected figures in bodybuilding. Coleman's training techniques and philosophies also contributed to his status as a bodybuilding icon. He was known for his heavy lifting approach, which was considered unconventional by some, but it allowed him to develop an extraordinary level of muscle mass, His commitment to the sport and work ethic inspired countless bodybuilders and fitness enthusiasts around the world. Coleman was one of the first bodybuilders to popularize the idea of combining both strength and bodybuilding, showing that it was possible to have a massive physique while also lifting extremely heavy weights. As Ronnie's career progressed, his competition victories became a symbol of his dominance. His muscular development, conditioning, and symmetry were unparalleled, and he was regularly praised for his incredible back and leg muscles. Coleman's back, in particular, became a signature of his physique, with its striations and massive size. His quad muscles, known for their massive size and separation, were also a defining characteristic of his overall physique. Ronnie's success in bodybuilding earned him sponsorships, endorsement deals, and recognition as a public figure. He became a popular figure in the fitness world, appearing in television commercials, magazines, and public events, where he often shared his knowledge of training and nutrition. His larger-than-life personality and charisma made him a fan favorite, and his legacy as one of the greatest bodybuilders in history was firmly established. The final years, challenges and retirement. While Ronnie Coleman's dominance in bodybuilding continued for nearly a decade, his final years of competition were marked by physical challenges that stemmed from the intense nature of his training. As he continued to lift extreme weights, the strain on his joints and body took a toll. In 2006, Ronnie's reign as Mr. Olympia came to an end, with Jay Cutler defeating him to win the title. Despite this, Ronnie's legacy as one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time remained intact. In the years that followed, Ronnie continued to compete in bodybuilding events, but his body began to show signs of wear and tear from years of intense training. He faced a number of injuries, including herniated discs in his spine and issues with his knees and hips. These injuries led to multiple surgeries and medical procedures, but Ronnie's passion for bodybuilding never wavered. In 2010, Ronnie Coleman officially announced his retirement from professional bodybuilding. After more than 20 years in the sport, including 8 Mr. Olympia titles, he chose to step away from the competitive stage. However, his legacy in bodybuilding continued to inspire new generations of athletes. Despite his retirement, Ronnie remained a prominent figure in the fitness world. He continued to engage with his fans and followers, giving motivational speeches, producing training videos, and maintaining a presence in the industry. He also became a successful entrepreneur, building his own supplement brand and making appearances at bodybuilding events and exhibitions. In the years following his retirement, Ronnie's health became a concern. His years of intense lifting and surgeries took a toll on his body, and he faced difficulties with mobility. Despite these challenges, Ronnie's determination and optimism never faltered. He continued to inspire people with his story of overcoming obstacles and maintaining a positive outlook on life.